Detailed story: The Curse of the Nevada Triangle. The Nevada Triangle, a desolate region straddling the border of Nevada and California, is often likened to the Bermuda Triangle on land. Encompassed by the rugged Sierra Nevada mountains, this area has been the site of over 2,000 plane crashes in the past 7 decades. Beyond its treacherous terrain and unpredictable weather, the Nevada Triangle is steeped in eerie tales of the supernatural. One of the most haunting legends is the Curse of the Nevada Triangle, believed to originate from the spirits of Native American tribes who once inhabited the land, casting a curse to protect their sacred grounds from intruders. In the autumn of 1978, 28-year-old pilot Daniel Harper took on a contract to transport cargo from Reno, Nevada, to a small airstrip near Fresno, California. Daniel, a freelance pilot, relished the freedom of the skies and wasn't fazed by flying through remote areas. He piloted an old but reliable Cessna 172, which had carried him through hundreds of flights. This time, however, his route would take him straight through the heart of the Nevada Triangle, a region seasoned pilots often avoided if they could. Before takeoff, a colleague, an old pilot named Hank, warned Daniel, "Don't fly through the triangle at night, especially if there's fog. They say that land doesn't take kindly to strangers." Daniel laughed it off, dismissing it as old-timer superstition. He checked the weather forecast, a clear night with light winds, and decided to proceed. As the Cessna glided through the pitch-black sky, the lights of Reno faded, giving way to the oppressive darkness of the desert. At 10,000 feet, Daniel noticed something odd. The compass on his dashboard began spinning erratically, refusing to hold a heading. He checked the GPS, but the screen flickered and went blank. "Probably a glitch," he muttered, trying to stay calm. Then through his headset, he heard strange whispers. Not human voices, but something like wind whistling through rocky crevices, carrying faint chants in an unfamiliar language. Suddenly, a thick fog enveloped the plane, despite the forecast predicting clear skies. The aircraft began to shake violently, as if pulled downward by an unseen force. Daniel glanced out the window and froze. Through the fog, he glimpsed shadowy figures standing in a circle on a mountain peak below. The figures seemed to stare directly at him, their eyes glowing like burning embers. He screamed, yanking at the controls, but the engine abruptly stalled. The Cessna plummeted in eerie silence, with only the sound of rushing wind outside. In the final moments, Daniel felt an icy chill run down his spine, as if someone were standing behind his seat, whispering, "You don't belong here." Then everything went black. By some miracle, Daniel survived. When he came to, he found himself lying on a rocky outcrop, about 100 meters from the wreckage of his plane. Bruised and aching but not gravely injured, he surveyed his surroundings. The plane was charred black, yet strangely, there were no signs of an explosion or major fire, as if it had simply fallen and stopped functioning. Daniel realized he was in a remote valley, surrounded by the jagged peaks of the Sierra Nevada. For the next 3 days, Daniel wandered in search of a way out. He had little food or water, but the real terror was the constant feeling of being watched. Each night, as he rested, he heard those whispers again, sometimes near, sometimes distant, as if someone were lurking in the shadows. One night, as he sat by a small fire, he saw a figure standing at the edge of the firelight, tall, draped in tattered robes. When he called out, the figure vanished as if it had never been there. On the 4th day, a team of rangers found Daniel, exhausted and dehydrated, near a small stream. When questioned, he recounted his ordeal, but no one believed him. The rescue team examined the wreckage and noted something peculiar. The engine was completely intact, with no signs of mechanical failure, as if it had been deliberately shut off. Stranger still, the crash site was near a location the local Paiute tribe considered a forbidden land, where they believed ancestral spirits still guarded the area. Daniel returned to Reno, but never flew again. He told friends that every night he dreamed of those shadowy figures in the fog, calling his name in a language he couldn't understand. Some dismissed it as post-traumatic stress, but others, particularly local Native Americans, believed Daniel had unwittingly trespassed on sacred ground and was now haunted by the curse of the Nevada Triangle.